Hey everyone, and welcome back. Oh my god, what a roller coaster it has been, and I think this has got to be the longest that I've never posted on YouTube for, because lockdown, was hard. We've got the kids, things are up in the air. But I've been back at work for 2 weeks now, and I haven't recorded in those 2 weeks because obviously we're all still a little bit kind of finding our feet with the rules, and I didn't want to start touching my phone as I'm doing nails. So I just want to talk a little bit first about that. So as you can see, I'm not wearing any gloves. The reason for this is I've never really wore gloves. I should for my own health, but during the COVID situation, I am actually washing my hands in my shed. When my client comes in, I wash my hands, she washes her hands. We then use alcohol thing, and I'm clean as I would anyway. Like before COVID, I would always be sanitized and clean and so on and so forth. So this is just what I've been doing, and then when she leaves, we will wash our hands again and use the alcohol again. So they are nice and clean. There's no cross-contamination going on. So please don't judge for that. I do have a mask on and all that jazz. So I'm using this little bit that I have no idea what it's called. I think it's like the purple something, and I got it from Willow Academy. I bought this because I needed a new bit to remove the acrylic, and the nail.supplies website and the CJP website at the time was down, so I went ahead and ordered this. I'm now using this little comb bit, so I just removed the the top design layer of acrylic, the build layer of acrylic that she's had on. These are about 2 weeks old. She was in my social bubble at the very end, so she's had them on about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks at a push, when we were allowed to start kind of bringing people into our social bubble and stuff like that. So I'm going to file out underneath her nails with this comb bit. Now I ordered this bit from King of Nail. Is it King of Nail? It might not even be that, I think that might be something else. But his name's Alexandra something on YouTube, and he has his own channel, and then he sells like little bits. So I ordered this bit from there, and I love this bit to get underneath, get rid of all the nail growth, rid of any ridges, and just so we're getting it all nice and clean. I also use it for this here, so you can see she's got some pocket lift in there, and some lifting around there. So I'm just going to take this bit and I just go right around those before where the lifting starts. Do not go on the natural nail with this. When it starts getting really thin, I'll swap to a 180 hand file. Now this is the new file. This is a clean file. She has her own little pack, and she has her own file. She has her own nail dust brush. But again, this is all, I was doing this all before coronavirus anyway. It's just standard salon hygiene. So I'm just going to gently file away the rest of those little bits of lifting. You want to make sure you remove any lifting on the nail, because you can set yourself up for that, if you end up with greenies and bacteria stuck on the nail and all of that. So really pay attention to your prep work and removing any little bits of lifting. So once that's done, I will carry on with the natural nail prep. So I'm going to come in with this Give Bit. This is from Atwood Industries. I buy it from the UK seller. And I go down one side of the nail. I'm more going along the nail plate, very parallel to the nail. You don't want to dig in or create any rings of fire. But I'm also kind of just pushing up the cuticle and the sidewall rather than being on the nail plate. I kind of use it on against the skin, if that makes sense. And I'll go in forward motion down the right side of the nail, and then I'll go backwards motion, reverse motion to go down the other side. So here you can see me turning my e-file off, flicking it into reverse, turning it back on. And then after I'm done with this bit, I will just finish all my prep. So if I'm going to nip any of the cuticles, I'll go ahead and do that. I'm not sure if I use some scissors. I don't know if I recorded it. We'll wait and see. So I'm going to go in with prep spray, scrub all the nails nice and clean so there is no dirt, dust or debris left on that nail plate. You want a super clean surface. And then I'm going to dehydrate with the black bottle from CJP before I go in with my thin layer of crystal glass. So I'm using my big boy brush and crystal glass now, just doing a really thin layer just to kind of infill the nail, make sure that, if she changes her mind next time, we can come back down to our clear layer and so on. So just a thin clear layer of crystal glass. I'm using my big boy brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and file these. She did have some length taken down as well. She decided she just wanted them a little bit shorter. And then we're going to go ahead and apply Builder in a bottle, because she wanted this colour that I have, and it's from CJP, and it's called Powder Puff, and it's from the Bob range. So brush on Builder Bob range, Bob the Builder, very clever. And then I'm going to build up the nails with that. So just thin layer of clear, and then we'll build with the gel. It's honestly so weird doing a voiceover. I haven't done one for ages, and I'm so sorry that I really neglected my channel. I really am, but I'm sure you all understand it's been difficult for everyone. It's such a really weird time. But I hope all of you lot are safe and well and haven't become ill, and that things are hopefully returning to normal. So I'm going to go in on an etched nail. Make sure the nail is etched, because the gel needs something to adhere to. If the acrylic is smooth, it's not going to stick, it'll just peel away. So I do a really thin kind of slip layer on the acrylic, like a map where you want the rest of the layer to go. And then I'll pick up a bigger bead of the gel from the bottle and kind of build, mainly focusing on the centre of the nail. I don't want to do big bulky sides or anything like that. Not forgetting that I do have that acrylic underneath as well. So bigger bead, I place at the cuticle, push it up to the cuticle, and then I kind of just go from side to side, building down the nail, focusing on the centre. And get your client to flip their hand upside down, just kind of put that apex in the right place before you cure it in the lamp. And I just swap hands. So I'll do one nail, put it in the lamp, get the other hand, do the other nail, put it in the lamp, get the other nail, so on and so forth. So again, I'm just going to scrub in that first thin slip layer. This is our map. This is going to guide our bigger bead of where exactly we want that gel to flow. So then pick up a bigger bead on the brush, push it up to the cuticle, and then kind of go from side to side gently. It looks like I'm being really quick and aggressive, but I've sped it up a little bit. But I'm actually being really gentle and kind of smooth motion, so I'm not getting air bubbles in my gel, because that's really annoying when that happens. I think I'll just show a couple more nails, and then we're going to go in and file them nice and crisp. I just want to let you all know as well that I am going to get back to recording maybe every day. I'm gonna record a client every day, so at least one client out of my day of clients I'm gonna record. So I'm not gonna neglect you all again. I'm gonna make sure that I'm paying attention to my social medias, because I've worked hard to build it all up, and it would be such a shame just to let it flop. Now I know there are people that still do like my videos, so I'm going to make sure I don't neglect yours. So I've removed the sticky inhibition layer that Bob leaves. So I've scrubbed him off with some cleanse. And now we're going to go in and shape. And again, I'm sorry, it's a bit off out of view here, but I do show a couple of nails. So I'm just kind of, I don't use my e-file on the gel, because it, like on the shaping of the gel or anything like that, because it's so soft, you can easily just take off too much. So I'm using my 180 grit file that we prepped with. And I'm just coming in from the sides to debulk from the sides. I go around the cuticle, and then I come back over the other side. And then when I want to shape the nail, I flip her hand around, so her view, I'm looking from her view, and I do my flat file on the top, flat file on the sides, to get that really nice crisp square narrow look. We don't want bulky square. And with them being short, you don't need big, huge apexes or massive amounts of structure, because they're only short little diddies, and they don't get that as bashed as, say, long nails would. So after I've finished with my hand file, I do like to come back in with that cone bit that you see me use at the beginning. So the tapered cone bit, and I come just go around the cuticles and sidewalls to make sure that the application is all nice and flush there. So I'm just checking again, shaping from that view, not that you can see what I'm doing. So brushing away the dust. Did I go in? Did I show me going in? So yeah, just going in around the cuticle and the sidewalls just to make sure it's all nice and flush, and that we can avoid any sort of lifting. Any gel that's maybe seeped, we can get rid of. But it didn't, which was really lucky. And I have this on about speed 13 on my Sayang K35. And then I'm going to scrub and clean all the dust again, and then I'm going to apply my top coat, which is the Time to Shine. I love it. And then I'll cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. When she comes out, I will apply cuticle oil. And that is the end of the video. I've left a little clip at the end so you can see the final result. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I really have missed you all, and I've missed doing my voiceovers so much. I'm so glad that things are kind of slowly coming back to a new normal, and we're back to work, and we're earning, and we're feeding our families, and I'm really extremely very grateful that I have been able to come back to work and that I have clients. I know a lot of businesses haven't survived, which is absolutely devastating. But yeah, I'm really lucky and I'm really grateful, and I'm so thankful to you now watching this video. So please, whilst you're here, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and if you're not already, please do subscribe. I love you all so much. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye bye, take care.